How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews back with a little bit of America's Top Hat level hopeful beer goodness words in the form of Fifth Baron, not 5E Baron. I guess that's what my dumb American face would say it, but Fifth Baron Brewing. It is Des Moines. This is their Helles. Yeah, a little bit of Helles lager up in this piece. So I told the story of this brewery in the unboxing I did from it. Go back and look it up. My buddy Jacob sent him some beers. The longtime viewer ended up opening up a brewery. Here we are. It's pretty cool. It's 5E Baron Macro Brasserie, which in English, as he has told me, means Fifth Baron Brewing. So that makes more sense. And yeah, lager. Listen, new brewery's open. Mid-pandemic, mind you, and they're banging out lagers. Daddy's happy. Let's put it that way. Just for breweries to really even just take on lagers from the get is an awesome thing. So what are we looking for here? One, we're going to talk about the label, which is fantastic. I've said this in the previous reviews. I'll probably post these all around the same grouping of time. There's literally the brewery name, beer name, style, volume, and ABV. That's it. And warning on the back. I love the minimalistic style, and plus it's got this nice kind of subtlety to it that I really dig. As far as this beer looks, I mean, it's got a soft, unfiltered kind of lager to it. Head dissipated relatively quickly on this. A bit of rocky head on it with that soft haze. So it looks the part of a little Helles here, albeit that head is not crispy and beautiful and gigantic. Maybe it's my glass washing craptasticness, but albeit it looks kind of nice. So we're expecting a nice, soft, sweet maltiness, which I definitely get here. There's a big fruity component to this hop, actually. But it comes off very cantaloupe-y for me. I usually get melons a lot on hops when it comes to like lagers and kolsches and things like that. Cold fermented beers really skew very melon-like. But this is very much cantaloupe for me, under-ripened cantaloupe for me. With the soft little bittery on it and this nice sweet malt. Yeah, it has this big under-ripened kind of cantaloupe thing, which is pretty fantastic, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, everything about this beer, it smells nice, has nice, rich kind of maltiness, something above your base Pilsner malt, going into your Vienna kind of maltiness. A little bit maltier, you kind of expect that with a little bit of a Helles lager. Doesn't get too dark or deep or anything like that, like you're not getting into Marzen or Bach kind of range. But the way that kind of melon characteristic kind of comes off in this beer, it's pretty awesome. The only knock on it would be the head. I mean, it could still be carbonated really well and taste really well, but you expect a nice kind of little fluffy, creamy head on this sucker. Didn't get it. Could be, like I said, my glass washing, this horrificness that I've been known to do from time to time. Anyway, let's dive in. Cheers. That's nice. It kind of is this level of bittering I didn't expect to get on the nose that actually is there in the taste. So it has a nice bittering to it. The carbonation is just a little bit low in this, so, you know, the head in combination with that little bit of low carbonation might be a little bit of an undercarb can or something like that. It's got a really nice, firm mouthfeel to it. It's not nearly as crispy or light as an Americanized version of a Euro lager, nor is it hefty or big like a Marzen or something along those lines. It has that appropriate kind of solid mouthfeel to it. And the way that kind of melon kind of translate in the taste, it's much smaller than what you get, or what I'm getting more specifically off the nose, but it's still definitely there, and I can't express this enough. It's an under-ripened kind of cantaloupe thing. It's not a 2x4 to the face. You're looking at a low ABV beer, 5%. It's not going to be a huge beer from aromatics to actual taste, but for its ABV, it's pretty aggressive. And honestly, outside the lack of carbonation on it, it's pretty well made. There's nothing far as off flavors go. I like the way the hops shine on this. I like that little melon component. The malt, a little bit of beefier kind of maltiness, which is appropriate for Helles, but that little bit of beefier malt base that you would get off something like a Pilsner or something along those lines is just a nice kind of trade-off for the lightness of the beer, where you get that more sturdy kind of body. The only knock I would give would be carbonation. So, I mean, and that being said, it's still a pretty tasty, chuggable beer. I just think if the carbonation was on point, it'd just be a little bit more effervescent, a little bit more drinkable. Just a little bit better beer, but a pretty damn good version of a lager from a brewery I've never had anything from, who has only been open for a couple months. Not too shabby. I'm a fan. Let's put it that way. So let's talk about it. This is one of the better Helles I've had as of late. It's in a conversation, just not towards the top. Again, that lack of carbonation really does kind of knock it a little bit. Value and availability, no idea. Jacob, let me know what's what when it comes to this beer. I assume this might be brewery only, but let me know. They're located in Gastineau, which is just west of Ottawa, which isn't too far from upstate New York, and in Ontario. So there's kind of a nice prime spot right there. So even if you're if they're not on the shelves up there at LCBO or something like that, then you might be able to get them. They might not be too far away from you guys watching, and leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like lager. We'll chalk the carbonation up to a can thing, and say it's probably a little bit better from can to can, so that happens from time to time on beer, but let's put it this way. I'm enjoying this beer. This beer is not going to be dumped. I dump a lot of beers that I'm like, it's okay, whatever. I'm just not into it because I, review 4 beers at a clip. Not going to drink them all, but this is definitely going to be drank. As someone who digs on lager as much as I do, even though that lack of carbonation is a bit of a bummer, it's still damn tasty beer. So if you like tasty lager, you'll like this. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. You want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a little bit of Helles right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.